Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. Hope y'all have had a good week. We just got back from Savannah yesterday, well, the day before yesterday, and I wanted to share some clips with you guys and kind of share with you the time we had. We had a really good time. When we first got down there on Friday, which was Cinco de Mayo, it was rainy, and we were very tired from the drive. Even though it's only 3.5 hours, you have to stop, get gas, and get food. So it took us about 4.5. And so we were tired from the drive. So we got everything checked in, got all our stuff put away, and then we walked down to River Street. Ended up going to Wet Willie's, and then we where did we eat? Oh yeah, we ate at this place called Trailer Park, and I'm gonna put the menu up in this video so you can pause and look at it. They had some of the weirdest food combinations I've ever seen, but it all looked so good. Kayla got a like a burrito, but it was like a deep fried, like almost like shepherd's pie, but it was like in a fried tortilla. So that was like one of the weirder things they had. I just got a caprese sandwich. I'm just simple. And then we ended up just going back to the hotel that night and playing a few games. So that was really our first night. And then the second day, we did kind of sleep in a little bit. We didn't really get going until like 10:30. Ate some breakfast at the hotel, and then we went to City Market, which is a place downtown that has a bunch of shops and restaurants. There were some live bands playing. It was just like a really cute area. We saw a bunch of people on those pedal bars. Like, have you ever seen them? They look like little trolleys, but they're all around it is like little bike pedals, and you sit there and you pedal, and they just drink and play music and have the best time of their lives. So we saw a bunch of groups of those go by, and a lot of horse and carriages. So it was like as soon as one got loaded up, another one came waiting for people to get on. So it kind of smelled like horse poop a little bit, but it was cute though, little carriages. And then once we were done with that, I went back to the hotel to have a little break. And Kayla went she walked like a few blocks up and went to a clothing store to get us like some souvenirs. And she stopped at a brewery place, got some chips and salsa and a beer. And then when she got back, we both like took another like nap. And then we went out for the night. We ate at this place on River Street called Cotton Exchange. You'll see in the video that we tried crab dip. We didn't really like it. It was a little fishy, which you would expect with crab dip, but it was very fishy. So we didn't like it that much. And then our burger was really good though. We got a burger to share. We really enjoyed that. And then we went to Wet Willie's again before we tried to get on the cruise, and I bought this little like souvenir cup, and it has a top with a straw on it, and so I got that refilled. And then Caleb, she went to get just a regular cup with the daiquiri in it, and we were standing in line to get on the boat, the Sunset Cruise, and they were like, oh, you can't bring alcohol, so she had to throw her whole drink away, but I just put mine in my purse because it had a top on it. So she was upset about that, but they want you to spend money on the boat, and she did. It was very expensive, all the drinks there. You'll see in the video that she got a Long Island that she did not like, that it was very strong. And then she got just like a beer or something after that, but it was like a beer. It was like a 16-ounce beer, and it was like $20. So it was very pricey. Yeah, but we had a good time. The Sunset Cruise was really pretty. It wasn't raining. There was some clouds, but for the most part we did get to see a whole bunch of River Street, and we got to see a lot of the port, like the cool container ships with a boatload of containers, literally. And so we got to see all that, so it was really fun. And then after that we just Kind of went back to the hotel and crashed. I was really exhausted just from our busy day, because we've been going at it all day since like 10 a.m. and by the time we got back to the hotel it was like 10 p.m. So I think it was like around 11, because we hung out a little bit on River Street. But yeah, that was our trip, and then we came back home in the morning. So it was a short trip, but it was so much fun, and I hope you guys enjoy the videos and the pictures I'm going to share. And just disclaimer, I guess, I was drinking on the trip. Wet Willie's is a daiquiri bar, so it has alcohol. I know lots of people have lots of opinions on what cancer patients should and shouldn't do. I'm allowed to drink alcohol. It doesn't make me physically ill. Like some people have cancer in their liver, so it would make them physically sick. It doesn't have that effect with me. My chemo, it doesn't have an adverse effect with my chemo. So I'm a grown adult. I can drink alcohol. I don't drink alcohol ever, just only on vacations. So if you have an opinion, that's great. Just keep it to yourself, because at the end of the day, you're not in my shoes and you don't understand like what I'm going through. So if you think that I shouldn't be allowed to have a drink on vacation, that's your opinion. But yes, I did have alcohol, and I will continue to have alcohol on vacations if my body and my treatment allows me to. So that's just my little TED talk on passing judgment on what cancer patients should and shouldn't do. And that's just one of the small examples that I see all the time. But yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in. I can't wait to share more updates with you guys. I had a pulmonologist appointment today, which was very interesting, so I will definitely do a video on that before the end of the week and just give y'all updates on that and what else transpires this week. So thank you guys, and I'll see you later. Hello.
We made it to Savannah.
We are in Savannah, Georgia. The river. There's the cruise that we're getting on tomorrow. We're down here on Cinco de Mayo.
Excuse my hair, it's humid.
It's very humid, it's raining. And of course we had to stop at Wet Willie's and get us a frozen beverage. She got a call a cab, which is the strongest, hence the name call a cab. Good thing we're walking to our hotel. I got one called shock treatment, which is the third strongest, which I didn't know when I ordered it, but
She also doesn't drink, so it's gonna be a good night.
I also don't drink, so hoping that I don't get sick. I did take my nausea medicine at dinner, so we're being proactive here. But mine is called shock treatment, and it's blue raspberry lemonade, which is right up my alley. So cheers to us, babe.
Cheers, baby.
Cheers. Hey, so we're at our hotel in Savannah. We're staying at a Staybridge suite, and when I booked it, I guess the word suite just kind of went over my head, because when we walked in, we have a whole ass fridge, a microwave, a flat top, and a sink and everything. So it's really nice. And it was raining today, so we didn't stay on River Street that long. So I'm teaching Kayla how to play this game, Mantis. And it's really fun, super simple, and I love playing games. She tolerates playing games. So since we're on vacation, she's playing games with me. So that's how we're ending our Cinco de Mayo. So day 2, Savannah trip. We have actually never been to City Market, which is this really cool area that has a bunch of restaurants and shops. And of course they had a Wet Willie's, so we got more of these delicious daiquiris. So I'm gonna be taking some pretty videos of this area. It's really nice. This is kind of what we're doing before we take a little break because I always need a break if I'm gonna be doing something all day. So this is our nice little break area for the day.
This is Amanda in her natural habitat. I hate shopping. She loves shopping. She's gonna get that dress. Told you. I'll be shocked if she puts it back. Oh, I was wrong.
We're gonna curve this way here. We're gonna head to the square right over here.
See how long it takes her to notice that I'm videoing. She gonna buy something. She's gonna buy it and she's never gonna wear it. See? Look at her. Told you. Alright, let's go find her. Are you buying that?
Yeah, it's on sale.
Okay, that's not supposed
I
to.
know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it.
It's a video.
Oh, it's video? Yeah. We're trying to craft it for the first time.
Yeah, for sure.
Very curious. Hopefully it's good. I'm feeling it will be. It's our sunset cruise. The sun is actually out today, so we will get to see the sunset. It's really pretty on this side, little muggy on that side, but either way, we're gonna get our money's worth. And we are taking off from the dock. Kayla is at the bar.
Savannah logistically is one of the largest shipping yards.
Got a big port.
Very big port. We have both worked
Look at
in
all
logistics.
those chickens.
So we know lots about it. Big ass boat.
That's like the closest I've ever been to a big ass boat like this.
It's huge.
Couldn't imagine being a captain of one of those boats.
Nah, pass. Some fire safety down here. Yep. Pretty cool. Here's the port, Savannah.
That's how they load them over there.
Load with the cranes. Off the trucks. And off the boats. Logistics is pretty cool.
It's a lot of freaking shipping containers. Kayla's upset.
They threw away my $30 drink.
Your drink wasn't $30, it was $13.
Well, both of them together were 30.
Well, I got to keep mine. They made her throw out her wet willies because they said no alcohol.
Because they wanted me to buy theirs.
Right. But mine was in a syllable cup, so I put mine in my purse. Rebels. But look at the pretty...
Oh, God. Oh, it's so bad.
I was trying to say, look at the pretty sunset.
It's so bad.
And you're over here struggling. Isn't this romantic?
Romantic.
Isn't this romantic?
Straight fucking tequila in my hand.
I didn't know tequilas were in Long Island. That's nasty.
I got everything in Long Island. Oh, I want to go on that bar.
That's the top deck.
No, it's finally at a table. Yes. Right at the front of the boat. So the party's in the back, but we don't want to be in the back. We're good in the front.
We're good in the front. They wilding out back there. So pretty. So beautiful. I have chemo brain, and I once again forgot to talk about something that happened in Savannah. So I just wanted to give a huge shout out to all the amazing people that we met and the graciousness of people, and just some examples like the first night we went to this bar that was playing music and stuff, and outside the bar we were just sitting there for a little bit, and just some lady came up and just asked if she could pray with me. She's like, I just saw you standing there, and I God said have no fear, go talk to her. And she just came and sat next to me, and we talked a little bit, and she just sat there and prayed with me. And I thought that was really cool. Like, just a stranger would just reach out and just do that. And then another example, when we were at the city market, we just had some lunch that day, and we just got like a couple drinks, and we had an appetizer, and then we had a burger to share. And we went to go get the check, and the table beside us, which was these 3 women, they had paid our tab, our whole check already. And they had left, so we didn't even get to thank them. But, like, that was, like, just a really nice act of kindness. And then the other example is we're outside the hotel just sitting there on the bench. And some guy comes up. He's an older gentleman. And you could tell he had a few. But he just was he was very friendly and just wanting to chit chat. And, he kind of just like was very blunt, and he looked at me because I'm obviously like, I had my bald head out. It was hot. And I had my oxygen on. He goes like, what's your deal? And I was like, oh, I have terminal cancer and blah, blah. And I was just kind of telling him my story. And he was like, can I give you a hug? And I mean, he gave me like one of the tightest hugs, and he hugged me for at least a minute. It was one of those like, he was hugging me, and he started getting emotional. I guess like he's had 2 people in his family die from breast cancer, so he just wanted to kind of put his hands on me and show some love. And he was just sitting there and just telling us like how unfortunate it is and how it sucks. And we talked about how cancer sucks, and it was just nice to have that love from a stranger. And I believe there's definitely more good people in the world than there is evil or bad people. And I got to really see some good examples of just some people just being so, loving and caring to a stranger. So, sometimes, like, even if you're having a bad day, they said the best cure for a bad day is to do something nice for someone else. You know, it really just makes you feel the joy in your heart. And there's something about receiving that love and giving that love. It's just a great thing in the world. So that was just something I left out, and it's really important. I just wanted to let you guys know that I definitely got all the love in Savannah. All the love. Oh, and one more thing. This is a funny story I forgot to include. So we stayed at this hotel. It's called the Saybridge Suites, and it's not a new construction. It's a old construction. Like, it's a historical building that they renovated into this hotel. And I'm gonna put a picture up in the video so you can kind of see that it looks like it's two separate buildings on the outside, and it's because they took these two buildings and they combined them into one. So the one building where the lobby is looks like it's only 2 stories, and then the other building looks like it's about 5 or 6 stories. So after I think it was like our first night, and it was our first night. We were down in River Street. We had a few daiquiris. Kayla was feeling a little loose, a little good. And she was like, I bet you with the historical buildings, like, they weren't allowed to, like, renovate them. So they had to build from from underneath the ground up. So there's rooms underneath the lobby. And I'm like, there's not rooms underneath the lobby. I'm like, the lobby's the ground floor. And she's like, no. There's rooms, because when we were in the elevator, there was another button. I was like, no, there's not. There's not another button. And she was like, I bet you there is. And when my wife, when she thinks she's right, she's passionate. So she's passionately telling me that there's rooms underneath the lobby, like, that are actually underground. And I'm telling her, no, there isn't. But she's dead set, like 100% thinks she's right. And I'm like, okay, let's bet on it. And so I had this vlogging camera on my wish list, because I was like, okay, I'm getting viewers. I'm getting subscribers. I should probably invest in, like, a piece of equipment, right? So I had this vlogging camera on my wish list, and I was like, you know what? If you're so right, I bet you that if there's not rooms underground and I win the bet, you have to buy me this vlogging camera. And she was like, 100% bet. And I was like, okay. And her side of it was like, if she was right, she could buy as much safety eyes, which are crocheted safety eyes, as she wants from this website. And I was like, okay, fine. But we go in there, and of course we go to the elevator, and it has one button to go up. So she's so confused. She goes to the guy at the reception desk, and she's like, so is there rooms underneath the lobby? And he's like, no. And she's like, so if we go down to the other building, there's no rooms down there either? And he's like, no. And he's like, but we have a basement for, like, laundry and stuff, but there's definitely no rooms down there. And she was so, like, confused, because she thought she was so right. And he was just telling us the history of this building, that it used to be a brewery for Budweiser. It used to be a pickle factory. And it used to be, like, a bunch of other things that they've had to, like, renovate over the years. But yeah, so she was wrong. So I got my vlogging camera. I went and bought it that night. So that's what she gets for being so passionate about being wrong. Funny story.